I'm excited to share this information with you. It's going to be a lot about the title and the topic and everything that grabbed your attention, and it's beneficial for you. So literally within 60 days, you can boost your credit score by 100 points. And the real exciting thing for you is it doesn't cost you anything. I'm not charging anything to do this. My name is Wayne Turner. For nearly 30 years, I have done everything when it comes to real estate. Bought, flipped, built, sold, you name it. I've helped thousands of people. I only share that with you so you can have the confidence knowing that the information that I share with you is from real life experience. This is stuff that actually works. So let's jump in. For number one, and this one sounds a little odd, I know, is you want to keep accounts open. So many people will literally pay off a credit card, and after they pay off the card, they close it out. And they pay off another card and close it out. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with doing that, because there's nothing like, you know, they say borrower is servant to the lender, and it's disciplinary actions, and we've all been behind the 8 ball, me included, right, financially. But you have to understand that if you're looking to buy a car, motorhome, motorcycle, house, you want to make sure your credibility is in good standing. So you want to keep those accounts open. Now, number two, and this one's kind of crazy, but I think you'll get a lot of benefit out of it. You see, number two, and hopefully you're writing these down. If not, grab a pen and a piece of paper. This is good stuff. I'm going to run through 10 of them for you. I don't know if I said that. Number two is to become an authorized user on someone else's credit. So for example, you have a spouse, you have a mom, dad, somebody that you're real close to that trusts you, that you will not let them down. Are you listening to me? Don't let them down. If you become an authorized user on their account, it's going to boost your score. Full disclosure, if they have a high enough score and you have a low score, it's going to boost your score. It may pull theirs down a few points, but theirs will bounce right back. Now, what you can do is when you become an authorized user, they are still fully responsible. And if you use that card, which I don't recommend you do, but you can become an authorized user. And by becoming an authorized user on the card, you basically kind of ride on their coattail of credibility when they charge anything to the card and they pay it off. It boosts your score. Now, number three is another really cool little trick, and that is to negotiate with creditors. Something as simple as calling them up and saying, hey, I'm paying 20%, but I need to get my payment lower. By getting your payment lower, you're negotiating with them, you're saving a little bit of money, and you can take the money that you save and pay it down on another card to get that card paid off, or if you will. So the whole goal is to pay everything on time as best you can, but you can negotiate with them for a couple of reasons. One, to see if they'll take less than what you owe. If you owe $1,000 on a card, call them and see if they'll take $700. If they'll take $700, then you got the money, then pay it off. That works on all different amounts, but this is what you have to do. Please listen to me. You got to make sure on your credit report that it says paid in full or paid as agreed and satisfied. You want to make sure that that shows up on your credit report like that, because the last thing you want to do is to pay it off early or to pay it off and then it's a short balance and then they flag you for that. Now, another one that's just really cool, and it's kind of tied to negotiating, this is number three, is to talk with them if there's any derogatory late pays that they've turned into the credit bureau. So you can pull your credit, look at your credit, and you can say, man, I was late 9 months ago, but I haven't been late since. Or I was late 17 months ago, but I haven't been late since. You can call all of those creditors and ask them, is there any way possible you could move that? I want to buy a house. I'm looking to buy a home. Tell them you're looking to buy a house. You're looking to buy a home. It's more personable than a motor home or a motorcycle or a boat, because that's what you should be buying. Listen, if any of your toys cost more than the house you live in, you've made a wrong decision, just my opinion. Buy stuff that goes up in value. So when you call these creditors, see if they'll take less than what you owe, and then also see if they'll reduce your rate, and then also see if they'll take anything that's negative on your report off. Number four is going to be good. So number four is something that's really, really simple. Like, this is the basic stuff that Uncle Wayne teaches you, your grandmama teaches you. This is basic stuff, right? If you're paying off anything, if you have 8, 10, 12 credit cards, car loans, student loans, whatever, this is what you write down. Write down the lowest balance to the most expensive balance, what you owe. The very first one, write them all down, number them. Down to your car, down to your house if that's on the very bottom. And the minimum balance, right? So let's say you owe a credit card of $400, you owe another credit card of $4,000, you owe another one that's $6,000. Here's what I want you to do. It's called the snowball effect. You simply take as much money as you can and pay off the smallest balance. Do not look at the interest rate, and here's why. Because you gotta have wins in life. You gotta have a yes, you gotta have a boom. I won that game, I made that happen. It's very satisfying and justifying, right? When you can pay something off. it's not about saving a little 10, 12, $15 here and there. It's about getting that mental psychological win. It's called the snowball effect. And here's what you do next. You've hustled, you've sold, you've worked 2 jobs, and just know this, that I don't care if you're working 2 jobs or 3 jobs, everything in life is temporary unless you allow it to be permanent. So if you're going through a circumstance or a situation right now, you're like, man, this job's exhausting me, or I hate working 2 jobs, it's not forever. Just tell yourself nothing is forever. It's only temporary unless you allow it to be in your head. So if you're working 2 or 3 jobs and you're crushing that and you make it happen, you get it done, it's only temporary. The money that you paid off and that you've saved to pay off that smallest card, now you're going to roll it to the next one, the next one, the next one, and the next one. It's called the snowball effect. And you're paying them down and you're getting wins each and every time. Now you'll have to forgive me, I get a little passionate, but number 5 is to set up automatic payments. Something that's so simple as to go in online and set up automatic payments, automatic draft from your checking account or savings account. When that pulls automatically, you can set it up and it will pay the minimum balance. If you want to add to it, you can. It's really simple. Now number 6 is to pull and check your credit report. And if there's anything negative on there, you can contest it. It's really simple. Oftentimes people, they may be a junior or senior, they've got a child, their dad, or whatever it may be, names gets crossed. I can tell you hundreds of stories where people have had the same name and all of a sudden they didn't pull their credit until they went to buy a house. And it's like, what? I don't know anything to the IRS, and I've never bought a house before, because believe it or not, even though you may be the only individual person, God broke the mold when he made us, gave us our fingerprints or DNA and all that. Unfortunately, there's a lot more Kenneth Wayne Turners out there than just me. Now, number 7 is you want to avoid opening too many accounts. Having a lot of accounts open will absolutely bruise your credit. It slows down your credibility. Now, something else you need to be made aware of. If you've got to buy anything and you're financing it, car, boat, motorhome, four-wheeler, doesn't matter, you're financing it, right? Here's what they'll do. And you got to make sure and ask them and tell them, please don't run my credit multiple times. Because if you go in there, maybe you're one of those. If so, chime in, give me a thumbs up. Let us know that it's happened to you. We learn by each other in this whole, talking with each other on the comments. And they'll just pull your credit, pull your credit, pull your credit, pull your credit, and they're running it across 12 different banks. And next thing you know, your credit scores went from a 620 to a 580 literally within just about a week. So whatever you do, when you go there, tell them just pull my credit one time with the best bank you got. Now number 8, and you should always shoot for this, is to keep your credit balances below 30%. If you're writing this stuff down, that's a good one. Keep your credit balances below 30%. It will keep your score high all the time. So if you've got a card right now and you look at, man, I've got $5,000 on this one, and I owe $4,000 on the card. If you can keep it below that 30%, like for example, 30% of $5,000 would be $1,500. So you'll want to keep it below $1,500. Listen, I know people, sometimes you're on hard times and it's hard. I'm just telling you how to fix your credit, right? I'm telling you how to boost your credit. So if you've got one literally that's a $500 limit and you owe $400 on it, you need to keep that balance that you owe less than 150 bucks, because it will boost your score. Just simple things like that. It can be $1,000, it's 30%. You just multiply what's 5 times 3 is 15. It's $150. Keep your credit scores, to boost your credit scores, keep that balance below 30% on all credit cards if all possible. Now number 10, and I'll give you a few tips when it comes to buying a house here right after number 10 if you want to hang around. If you've been here so far, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Most importantly, click the share button, text this video to somebody that you like if it'll help them. Number 10 is quite simply to pay your bills on time. Just to simply pay your bills on time as much as you can, minimum balance. And what helps with that is to set up an auto pay. Most people don't realize that, but 99.9% of the banks have auto pay. Listen, they want you to pay on time. They don't want you to pay late. By paying on time, they're still making 20, 25%. It's ridiculous, right? You borrow $1,000, you're paying $200 back on that. That's how they have the biggest buildings in the country, right? Banks. It's quite simple, pay your bills on time. But people also need to know that if you're buying a house, for example, and once again, I've been in the real estate business for 30 years. If you're buying a house, you need your credit score to be a minimum of 620. If your credit score is a minimum of 620, you can qualify for an FHA loan, a VA loan, and you can qualify for a USDA loan. Now, FHA, you only need 3.5% to put down. Whatever the house is, you need 3.5%. This is a $200,000 home I've been walking around. It's on a half acre in Louisiana. And this house can be purchased with just literally 3.5% to put down. This house can also be purchased with a USDA loan, and it's a 100% loan. If you've got 2 years on your job, taxes, show proof of income, and you got a 620 higher credit score, it's important to look into a USDA loan. These are loans for rural areas 30 to 40 miles outside major city limits on houses like the one I'm walking around. VA is Veterans Administration. If you have literally served your country, you owe it to yourself, and you deserve to own a piece of this great nation in a house. And you can do that because the Veterans Administration, they guarantee the loan. You don't have to pay that private mortgage insurance that you may have heard of that costs you on a monthly basis. You do have a funding fee at the beginning, but the seller can pay your funding fee. So literally, I have veterans all the time that purchase houses, all around the country, and it literally costs them no money out of pocket to buy a house. So listen, thank you for watching. Once again, I'm Wayne Turner. I'm most appreciative for all that you do, the likes, the comments, the shares. I do my very best to answer all of them personally myself. Until next time, thank you. And may God